Hello, 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 and good day. Today is Monday. That's right. It's February 9th, 2026. My name is SonjaMarie with Wordlife Astrology, as you may or may not know. And I am here to give the weekly rundown transits. Let me pick up this mic a little bit so y'all can hear me. Hopefully you can. I'm here to give the weekly rundown transits for this week. Come on in, get something to drink, enjoy yourself. If you are seeing this recording after the fact, welcome to Monday. How was your weekend? How was your weekend? Was it good? Was it good? Did you enjoy yourself? I pray you did. Happy Monday to everybody rolling in on YouTube. What's up, Synergy, Celestial, and Portia is here. Roxy is in the house as always. What's up, my sweet family? What's going down? Foxy Copper Fox, Lloyd Bryan 175 is in the place to be. I'm so glad that y'all here. A couple of folks are coming in on TikTok. I'm still rocking with TikTok, y'all. Let me tell y'all really quick, not a story, but I got a little download and I was really doing my best to try to figure out what to do with TikTok. And God said, Spirit said, my team said, it's not about you, Sonja. There's some people on TikTok that probably need to hear you. Maybe you should infiltrate the space for a little while. So that's why I'm still here. So for those on TikTok, welcome. I appreciate it if you can share this information via that little share button. Help me to get in contact and in contact with how we do things over here on TikTok. I don't know too well, but I'm learning as I go along. I appreciate Timothy for being in here. I appreciate a couple of folks that just came in. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate you. What's going on, Miss Brenda? Oh, this is going to be a good session. I could feel it already. Enlightened Aura is here. What's happening? I'm so glad that y'all here live. Melania Howard, what's going on? I love the familiar names and the little faces next to the name. Again, we're going to talk about the astrological transits that are happening this week of February 9th, 2026. And I want to ask y'all, are y'all ready? I know I've been saying that. I know somebody out there is like, girl, would you stop? I'm doing well, Timothy. How you doing, cuz? I know I've been asking that. But I mean, are you really ready? This is the week prior to us going into that fire horse situation. Now, know what I'm saying? On February 17th, and the way the universe does, the way spirit does, the way your ancestors and everybody is doing their best to keep you on par, to keep you on the one, to keep you in alignment and one with us all. In my opinion, from the modality in which I love Western astrology, is keeping us all together in rhythm, in the stars, in the planetary alignments, in the situations that's going down in the heavens, because it begets us, we beget it. You did? That's how we talk over here on our Word Life Astrology. To be honest with you, there's no other way in my world but to get to the truth of the matter and to express some things to you in the way that I see them. To do what? To better our lives. Not just to talk about, society and all kind of politics and the current affairs that are happening. Anybody used to go to school in the 80s and the 70s when they called social studies the current affairs? It wasn't social studies. It wasn't history. It was current affairs. Anybody remember that? Gemini Rising is in the place. Al, do y'all remember that? Hi, Miss Tammy. How you doing? Current affairs. You old enough like me at 55 years young to remember that situation? You remember Enlightened Aura? I'm trying to tell you, we getting on up there, girl, in age. Let's get on into what this week is all about. Like I said, preparing us to roll into this fire horse situation. But I want to slow down for a minute, talking about current affairs and not getting too far into it. But I did want to make note of this in case anybody was interested, in case anybody wondered, in case anybody researched a little bit, Bad Bunny did something yesterday, and he did something not like any other prolific entertainer does. Like Kendrick did it, Prince did it, Michael Jackson did it. A couple of folks who performed at the Super Bowl did it. This is like my commercial, so people can get their little notifications, y'all, and come on in. So bear with me, and then we'll get to the week, okay? They did it, you know what I mean? But Bad Bunny did something different in my mind's eye. I enjoyed what he did. I absolutely did enjoy all the cultural references that he did. But his little Piscean self, that's what I really wanted to share with y'all. That this brother is a Pisces with a Pisces moon. He bust on into the scene with so much love and so much compassion and so much unconditional forgiveness and feeling that it melted something. I don't know if y'all felt it. I'm not saying that the ragers are not still raging. And he did take down his Instagram page so he wouldn't feel that heat. And he should. It's his prerogative. And why be a target to all of that hate, right? He'll start over when it dies down, start back over when it dies down. But the point of the matter is that he pierced through with something that I want to talk about today. It's like this fire and ice, this softness, the compassion that wants to like push its way through our lives, through the veil, through our consciousness, through our physical body, mental body, and emotional body. We think, and we've been conditioned, and this is not new news, but I'm wrapping it all together. We think and we've been conditioned, right, that we have to be aggressive in our fights, that we have to be, dukes up, that we have to be witty and sharp with our tongues, that we have to know all the things and be prepared with all the information and all the resources in order for us to be the best or compete with the best or be better than everybody else, be in control, be in power, have all the money, have the biggest booty, have the largest dick, whatever it is, to be on top. But Bad Bunny and the consciousness of the world, by the way, he was just a representation, in my opinion. The consciousness of the world is piercing through all of that madness, y'all. Do you feel it? Thank you, Synergy. Do you feel it? Please tell me if you do. Like, if you are an empath, if you are sensitive like myself, if you are any bit of conscious, do you feel the piercing, the soft, but gentle and absolutely forceful piercing that's happening? I'm just wondering, like love, like what love does. Let me give you an example if you're a little bit lost. And then we're going to get on into the week, I promise. You know, when somebody tries to give you a hug when you're mad and you really try to fight them, you really try to push them off. And then there's like people in the room watching you. And you start recognizing that you're literally fighting love, fighting affection, fighting care by showing up as a brat. I don't want that. I don't want that. But then absolutely almost always you start to melt and you start to fall into the crevices of the person's arms and clothes and skin. Has anyone witnessed that or been a part of that? That's the feeling that I'm talking about. Y'all know I can't see. So if you want me to see something, put a whole bunch of question marks or exclamation points behind something because I really, my eyesight, right? Have you noticed that? That's the piercing that's going on. Now, if you're not, if you have not, there's no judgment. But I will encourage you to do me a favor and to do yourself a favor, more importantly. Go outside. Just go outside. And beyond the cop cars, beyond your neighbors arguing, beyond the bills that are in your mailbox waiting for you, beyond the children or people that are fighting or angry on the bus or at the bus stop, beyond all of that, check out the pink flowers in the corner, yo. Just check out that really tantalizing glass of water that you just want to take and chug because you know that it's going to be refreshing and rehabilitating. I said that properly, to your body, mind, and soul. Check out the little miracles that hover. Even as I look in my apartment right now, as small as it is and as grateful as I am for it, I have a lot of plants and I love plants. And plants remind me of that, of life. Plants remind me of the miracles of the continuum, right? Plants remind me of that veil that's being pushed with life, regardless of what's circling it. You understand? Does that make sense to you? I am you were so proud, Camille. I'm so glad that you was proud of Bad Bunny. I know that's what you're talking about or who you're talking about. Yes, I was proud of him too. I was proud of him again, Pisces, with a Pisces moon, pushing through with that. And Aquarius Mercury. Don't ask me how I remember all of this shit. Aquarius Mercury. I think he had an Aries Venus. So he's pushing through. You understand? He has an agenda for sure with that Pisces unconditional love attached. Now, I say all that to say is this real quick, is that regardless of what your sun sign is, this is a definite needed reminder. Again, before we get into the week, regardless of what your sun sign is, we have all of these signs and these energies within us, y'all. Don't get it twisted and be my student, okay? At the very least, be a student of astrology and know that when you read these cute little forecasts about sun signs and possibly rising signs and moon signs, because people have gotten a little bit more advanced now, know that we are all 12 signs and there are particular signs that are responsible for different parts of your life. So you have Pisces in you. What house is Pisces on that's activating this veil of love, this push, that hug that just won't go away? It ain't going away. Love ain't going away. Love ain't going away, y'all. Love ain't going away. I don't care what you do. And you know what? I'm downloading right now. I hope y'all don't mind if I take my time. Can I? Can I? Oh, there's a question. Hi, Lori. I'm glad he's representing the Spanish people with all this nonsense going on with deportation. Yes, me too. Standing up for the Boricuas and the brown folks, standing up for us all. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. That's all I want to say, because I don't want to make this political. But yes, I'm more so going to stay on the side of his spirit, in which I can kind of see, because I see. By the way, if y'all want to get a reading, let me know. Go to my website at wordlifeastrology.com. There's a 3-part to my readings, and I'm going to get back on track to what I was saying. There's a 3-part to my readings. I read your folks, your ancestors, and your guides. We get downloads from them. Then we go into your natal chart, astrological natal chart, based on your time, date, and place of birth. And then we do a 5-card spread. Tarot spread. Just to complete that thought, going over to my website if you want to get a reading with your girl. Listen, love ain't going no. That sound like a song title, CP. Love ain't going anywhere. It's not. It's not. And what I wanted to do to add to my download here is that I had this conversation with spirit, as y'all, most of y'all may know. I had this conversation with spirit before I come on here almost always. And I don't even stop to ask. It's like they know I'm about to come on here and they just start. And I'm like, And I heard, I'm bored. I'm really, really bored. And Spirit said, are you bored? And I said, yes, I'm bored. If you like what I'm saying, please hit that like button here on YouTube. I'd appreciate that. And share over here on TikTok. It means a lot to me. I said, I'm bored. And Spirit said, are you bored? Are you really bored? And the Leo kind of got a hold of this Cancer that I am, because we all are all of him, right? And that Leo said, yeah. And she got kind of puffed up. And I said, you know what? Don't get puffed up. Recognize what this bored feeling is. I'm kind of done with conversations that loop without responsibility. Can anybody attest to that? That's the love that's piercing the veil. Understand that. I'll say that again. I need some yes, yes, y'all. Let me know if y'all with me in the congregation. Amen. Motherfucker. Conversations that loop without responsibility. Just people that talk over and over and over and over and show some weird ass victimhood and want to get you involved with their pain and they get you to jump on into them being emotionally responsible to carry their shit when you're looking at them like I have nothing for you, man. I have nothing for you, man. Because why? I'm done with conversations that don't have any accountability or responsibility. I'm done with outrage, people's outrage. People stand up and fight without embodying your own shit. I'm done with it. There's no reason for you to fight and swing when you're not taking care of your own muscles. There's no reason for you to stand up for something and then you go, excuse me for being crass, y'all, but this is the Yonkers in me. You go and abuse some children. You go and abuse, I was about to be crass, but I dialed it back. You go and abuse some children. You go and hurt your wife or your husband. You understand what I'm saying? Outrage without you embodying the shit, the bullshit, the understanding that you need to have for yourself as the human that you are. I'm over it. I'm over it. And I'm not just talking about this political scene. I'm talking about people. I'm talking about people, y'all. Because we can't keep pointing at what the fuck is going on in our society and in our government. Again, I've been saying this for years, and not be able to take care of ourselves, not be able to point fingers at ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? Because when we amend to our own shit, the outside looks a whole lot different. Trust me when I tell you. It's not to say that they're less wrong. They should be less accountable, but our perception is different when we see it from a different space. When we take care of ourselves and heal our own stuff, more than that. When we are accountable as the human that we are for our own stuff, it looks different when we're looking at other people. We judge less. You understand? You know what I'm really, 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 really tired of? And I mean, again, this is just me. So thank you for joining in the way that I feel. But I share what I sense and what I feel in hopes that possibly maybe you can see yourself in me, because you stumbled on this live for a reason. Okay? You didn't just come on here because I'm cute, although I'm hella cute. Right? No, you stumbled on here because something that spirit is saying wants to hit you. All right? So we're just talking. Healing language without self-regulation. I kind of said that. You know, the over spiritual conversation, you know, the plastic, you know, affirmations, the very superficial, I'm going to do right, I'm going to do better. When you can't self-regulate, when you can't tap into your own emotional maturity, when you can't apologize. We have to apologize and atone for what we do. When you can't recognize your own shit, I can't say it enough. I'm really, really over politics without soul, y'all. Y'all already know that. That goes without saying. Politics without soul. But here's the thing, and this is the real shit. This is the real spit. This is what I know on the other part of me, right? Is that politics never had soul. Politics never had soul. Politics never had soul 3 times in a row. Why? Because that's what politics are. Politics is a lie. Politics is nothing but some weird ass negotiation, some weird ass, you know, manipulation of what a group of people want to do more than another group of people. And almost always somebody gets left out. I think we're going to evolve in a space where it's no longer classified as politics. It can't go on with that term, with that title. Does this make sense to anybody? Are y'all feeling me? Y'all hear what I'm saying? I'm just sharing. I'm sharing because as love pierces the veil, your own boredom, your own things of what you're tired of, is going to come to the hill. And I want to implore you to don't get sad about it. Please don't feel like your ego is going beyond you. Don't feel like you are better or less than, for that matter, anybody else in the room because you're shifting and because you're changing. You may have heard me say this in another way, but times are changing swiftly. And when I tell you this week is like fire and ice, this week is like really throwing the shit out before we get on that gosh darn horse next week. Time is going to fly. Please come back to this video here on YouTube, Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology page for those on TikTok. Come back to this video and do your best to see how we set this all up. Are y'all hearing me? Are y'all with me? It's really, really time to not only like get on that horse, but recognize the thawing that needs to happen, this fire and ice that's coming through. Stepping back to go forward before I go into the week, you know, we are planked with a lot of Aquarius energy. However, slowly but surely, there's some personal planets that's turning into Pisces, bad buddy style, that's allowing us to, again, melt what's happening with love, with them weird ass hugs that make you look like a brat because you don't want to receive it. You understand? Here comes Pisces energy going, yo, we got to slow down a little bit. We got to get a little softer. Let me rephrase that. Not slow down, because it sounds like I'm talking a little contrary because we're about to go fast. But you can be soft and fast. You can be assured and quick. And that's what Spirit is trying to test us, show us now, not test. Let me rephrase this because I think this is a good download that wants to come in. We're very, very used to going hard and fast and a little erratic while we make mistakes. Does that make sense to anybody? Yes, y'all. Are you one of those people? Maybe because you live in the city, maybe because you're cityfied, maybe because, again, you're competitive, you understand? Maybe because there's something about you that just wants to get ahead, again, competitive. Maybe you're aggressive, maybe because as a woman, we had to tap into that masculine side more than not. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe because you're a man, you had to prove that you were uber masculine for all the men that wanted to call you soft or gay or homosexual, even when you're not, or you could be, because your feminine side is coming on through. I'm just saying. Think about where we're going. Think about what we're talking about. The point of the matter is this, is that there is a moment, right, where this Pisces energy is not going to stop. It pierces the veil. It's a water sign. Water is very subtle, is what Spirit's saying. It can be subtle, but it can be strong as fuck. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to push its way through. That's what love do, right? That's what compassion does, right? So again, going back to go forward, Aquarius set us up. This Aquarius stellium for the last couple of weeks, if you don't remember, go back to a couple of videos before this one, right? We talked about all the stellium. A stellium is when you have two or more planets that are in Aquarius. Let me say that again. Two or more planets that are in the same sign, but they were in Aquarius. We had like 4 or 5 freaking planets in the last 2 weeks that were in Aquarius doing what? Getting our mind right. Doing what? Allowing us to make the decisions. Aquarius energy is very decisive, sometimes too decisive, damn near fucking stubborn, and think it knows everything, but it knows what it knows. You get that? Asking us, all of us, I don't care what sign you are, it don't matter what sign you are, asking all of us, because we all have Aquarius in us, right? If you missed that part, we all have 12 signs in us. Thank you for leaning on the hearts on TikTok. I appreciate you who's doing that. I love you for that. I love seeing hearts go up like that. It means something to me because it's the love coming through. It's the love coming through, right? Aquarius push throughs with the intellect, with the planning, with the understanding, with the community, with the friendships, with humanity. Aquarius gets a little detached into things so it can see things from 50 feet, as we discussed before. Y'all see the energy flow? As we go into Pisces, it's pushing through the veil. So like I said, that Pisces love is pushing, but we're about to get on that horse. So are you a person that used to be masculine, strong, and aggressive, making all the mistakes? Well, we are being taught to be clear, to be astute, to be soft, and get on the horse at the same time. We ain't never done this before, y'all. Talk to me. What the fuck does that look like? Somebody said. I just heard somebody. Now, what does that look like? Being soft, but riding. I was about to get real crass, but I don't think I'm gonna do that because people watch this with their kids and they tell me, and I'll be like, damn, I was cursing way too much, or I made a crazy ass reference. But let me say it like this. Have you ever rode a mechanical bull? You knew where I was going, right? There's one or two people that rock with me that know where I was going. The mechanical bull. Have you ever rode a mechanical bull, Miss Irene? You and Louie, y'all ride mechanical bulls? Eyebrow exclamation. And you gotta be soft. You gotta be in rhythm, motherfuckers. You gotta catch a glide, a stride, and stay on. Soft, gentle, like by the millimeters. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Synergy. Come on, Rabbi Rob. Come on, Cat. Y'all understand my humor? That's how you be soft. But go fast because it's about to take off. So have you made your decision? Have you decided how weird you're going to be? Have you really stepped into it? Let's talk about what this week is going to prepare you for. It's one of them weeks in which it's going to not necessarily question, but it's going to ask you, how you going to ride this fire and ice, because fire is about to take the reins this week before it gets on the horse. This week is like this, to stay with my analogies, before you get on that bull ride and you're going soft, but you about to go faster and faster. Body roll, motherfuckers, body roll. You about to go faster and faster. You got to get that rhythm because you will be thrown off. Trust and believe. But if you respect the rhythm, the softness of the thing, I'm not going to kill the point, but y'all know what I'm saying. When fire, this week is about fire standing around it. Us standing around the horse, around the bull, looking at it like, okay, these are the reins right here. Surveying the reins, okay. I put my feet right there. All right. Listen, while we surveying, while we looking at it, a lot of us are going to get nervous. I'm talking about this week. I'm sliding into it. I'm getting to the astrology in a minute. A lot of us is going to be nervous. A lot of us, I got a size 10. It can't fit in that little stirrup right there. Oh, I got shorts on. I need to go home and go put some pants on. Oh, I don't know. Some people may be like, oh, I'm ready for this. Gosh damn it. Where's my scarf? Walking around the horse like, all right, let me get it together. Some people are going to try to jump the horse on the backside of the horse, getting ready before the horse is ready. Hey, remember the rhythm, the rebel, without a cause. You understand what I'm saying? You got to take your time in the rhythm. You got to take your time in the rhythm. So that's what this week is about. How you surveying the horse? How you dealing with that fire and ice? Y'all like my analogies? Y'all like the way I speak? Let me know. And if you're confused, ask a question. Because one or two of y'all may be like, what the hell? That chick from Yonkers? I don't know. Sometimes I just don't get it. Today is Monday. It's February 9th and the moon is in Scorpio. Scorpio. That's where the moon is at right now. That's why we're going deep. That's why I did my best to take my time to explain to y'all what it is that I feel. That's why it's worth in this moon in Scorpio, taking a pause, being the observant one, being the one that observes itself, being aware, really aware, monitoring your steps, and absolutely beginning to survey that freaking horse, that bull, y'all. Y'all hear me? Because why? Scorpio does that. You may not be a Scorpio, but let me tell you something about the brilliance of Scorpio energy. Now, when I say this, I'm talking about the moon today, transiting in Scorpio, right? Just clarifying for new people over here on TikTok. We're talking about the emotional propensity of things. When your emotions, anybody, especially women, as we are governed by the emotion, I mean, by the moon, rather, right? Our wombs are absolutely dictated by the flow of the moon. That's a whole nother conversation. But especially women, right? And we run the world. Who runs the world? Girls. So the moon, it dictates our emotional nature for everyone. So when we tap into the energy of the moon, which is in Scorpio right now, it's asking that we all go deep. It's asking that we become observant. It's asking that we become determined. It's asking that we push back that veil for a quick second and look at everything that's happening from not only an observatory. I'm trying not to use the same words over and over, but with X-ray vision, peeking the thing out, asking yourself questions, being mysterious about the thing. You know, for whatever sakes, going out there looking a little, that's the wrong word, but I was going to say like a little creepy, like you creeping, like I'm not sure yet. Let me sense this thing out. That's better. Thank you. Let me sense out a situation. Let me ask myself questions over and over and over again. Today, the moon is Scorpio. Why? Because I'm checking out the horse, cuz I'm checking out the bull. I'm surveying what's happening before I get on this ride. You did? Now, what's very interesting is that moon in Scorpio is squaring up the sun. The ego don't necessarily want to do that. There's a challenge between the need to survey the moon. What? To survey the horse. There's a challenge between surveying the horse and actually staying in your ego about what it is you know and what you don't know. Thank you. Join my fan club. What you know and what you don't know. Has anybody been feeling that today already so far? Thus far? I'm just saying. Are you walking around going, I think I know what I'm doing. Let me just go ahead and do that thing. But then you get to the point, or you get to the office, or you get to the house, or you get to the conversation, and all of a sudden something inside you goes, wait, hold on. Let them talk for a minute. Hold on. Let them show their ass for a second. Wait, hold on. Let me just ask them the important questions. Has anybody been feeling this today? Because again, there's a battle between what you think you know and what it is you need to pause. Let me watch. Let me see. Let me go deeper. Let me qualify the situation. That's necessary. I know you want to be independent and you want to have your freedom and all that thing, and you want to prove that you know a thing, but there's always something deeper. I always ask, Sonja, why are you so deep? Why you gotta be so deep? Why aren't you, motherfucker? Why are you swimming in the shallow end with the babies? Huh? I'm just saying. We're in a land full of ancient souls, and you swimming in the shallow end with the babies, and the babies know more than you. But I'm saying, come on now. Today, the moon in Scorpio is absolutely opposition Uranus. Now, that's a whole nother thought, right? Because if we're going deep, in which I ask you to do, find the time to do that. Just observe, just take a pause and qualify what you know. That's all. Just ask yourself, do I really know that? Do I really know that? Do I know that? Do I know that? And see, research the thing before you move, right? But the moving part of it is moving into change, because that's what Uranus represents. So if you go deep with that moon in Scorpio as this opposite, Uranus is trying to find some balance for you to move into the change that you have been asking upon yourself. Come on now. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me, though. No, for real. Think about it. Just think about it for a second. We all want to make these changes, like we said last week. We all want to dip our toe in there. We all want to figure it out. We all want to act like we know. But we get a little scared with change. We get a little scared with like switching things up. We get a little scared when new resources come in or whatever. But if you are observing per that moon, trying to balance out the change, then you won't be so scary. Right, Roxy? Right, Miss Irene? You won't be so scary. Come on now, do yourself a favor. Ease into the change. Survey the bull. Check out the leather. Check out the leather. Talk to the horse. Talk to the bull. Hi, bull. How you doing? You good? My name is Sonja. I'm getting ready to ride you, okay? And I just need to go deep real quick. I need to get a little emotional and a little passionate about what we about to take on for the next couple of months. All right? None of this is personal. We in this together. That Scorpio moon going deep to adhere to Uranus's changes that need to happen. Balance that shit out. Somebody got it. Tuesday. It gets a little interesting. And I'm going to tell you why. Because now, here comes the fire. Here comes the fire. As Scorpio done set it up trying to melt things out. But here comes the fire and the water. Why? Tuesday at 2:22 a.m. I had to write that down because it's one of my favorite numbers. 2:22 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The moon goes into Sagittarius. Here comes the fire. However, some never. Venus goes into Pisces. Here comes the Pisces movement. Y'all see what I'm talking about? So we had a stellium of Aquarius, just to go back, right? The last 2 weeks. Last week, I just bit my lip because there was something hanging. Last week, Mercury went into Pisces. This week, Venus is going to Pisces. Oh, does anybody get that? Yes, y'all? Any of the students out there that really know? If you don't worry, I'm going to explain. But I do my best to try to teach because I want you to learn, right? So Pisces and Venus and Pisces, first of all, I love Venus and Pisces people. I really, 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 really do. And I pray that if you have Venus and Pisces, or you know someone with Venus and Pisces, encourage that heart to open on up. There's wonderful mudras, squirrel. There's wonderful mudras that you can do to put over your heart. There's wonderful prayers and meditations. There's wonderful affirmations that you can do, especially those with Venus and Pisces, to encourage that activation to happen. Why? Because we need you. Venus and Pisces is love in a Pisces sense. That's that Bad Bunny love that I've been talking about. That's that push against the veil. That's that wonderful soft ride that's coming on us. That's that tsunami of affection. That's that windfall of money coming from places that you don't even know existed. That's that Venus and Pisces is not only the reward, but is the unseen rewards via love and affection and beautiful things and money. Yes, because Venus deals with money, but that come from places in which you have worked out days ago, weeks ago, years ago. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Venus and Pisces comes from a space if you was sowing, here comes the reward. If you was working some things out, if you was taking care of people's grandparents, if you was taking care of your own grandparents without reward, without acknowledgement, if you was paying that child support, young man, to your ex without people knowing, and you just putting your head down and you doing what you need to do, if you was taking care of your children and you had one pair of shoes for the last 3 years and nobody noticed it because you always flipping your outfits and you always looking fly, so it don't even really matter, but you know to yourself, I've been sacrificing. This is where Venus and Pisces go, you know what? I got something for you. I got something for you. You got me sweating, y'all. I got something for you. Because you've been putting in that work, because you've been putting in that unconditional love, because you've been putting in that forgiveness place and space, your heart is about to bust open. And not only are the rewards going to come and find you, but more importantly, I want y'all to know this. If it doesn't show up tangibly, it shows up within yourself. That's more of a reward more than anything. For you to know, yeah, I did my job. I paid my child support. I'm getting closer to God. You know what? I did what I was supposed to do. You know, I forgave them. I was the bigger person. I know I'm going to get mine. I know I'm better for it. That's the reward. If that's the reward, listen, that's all you need. Or it can show up as money. Or it can show up as a new love. an unconditional forgiving love. Y'all not hearing me. Y'all not hearing me. I love this, but this is that fire and ice though, because the moon in Sagittarius is very, very, I don't want to say it's unforgiving. It's just selfish as fuck. It's selfish and it's on its own plane because it wants what it wants. Sagittarius energy is selfish and not from a negative perspective. It's selfish only because, ooh, I'm gonna rustle some feathers. Ruffled, that's the word. I'm gonna ruffle some feathers right now because this is the way I'm seeing it. It's pointed and selfish and what it wants to do, because literally it doesn't have the capacity to take care of everybody else equally, including themselves, in an emotional way. Ooh, that's the first time I said that in my 20 something years of being an astrologer, because I finally got it. I finally got it. Some people don't have, some energy don't have the capacity to have a child on the titty, to be making some eggs, to have the phone. Yep, this is what we're gonna do. That's right. No, 25,000. No, I want 50,000 next time. All right, close that bathroom door. And this is how we go. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Sag don't have that propensity. I'm not saying, ZP, that you don't do it. I'm saying when it comes to emotional energy, we're talking about the moon in Sag, and we're talking about Sag energy, right? When it comes to the moon in Sag and Sag energy, it really has the energy to be the archer and to go forward in what it's doing. And if everybody else is going along with that archer in that direction, then come on. If you're not, I'm leaving you, because I can't reach out like an octopus, like a Cancer could, or other emotional signs could, and bring everybody. Does that make sense, ZP? Right? I hope I explained that in a way, and I hope I saw what you said. Because it's that thing. So I want y'all to understand that this is the type, and thank y'all for letting me take my time. This is the type of energy that's happening tomorrow. Everybody feels it because the moon tomorrow transitly will be in Sag. Oh, fuck this shit. I got to do what I got to do. Oh, fuck this shit. I'm going to go. You know what? I'm going to do what they say. This is Sag's favorite line, I'm sure. What's that line that goes, I'll do it and ask for forgiveness later? Something like that. That's the idea. Sagittarius don't care about the consequences. I'll do it, and I'm not going to ask for permission. I'll ask for forgiveness. Is that it? That's that understanding. So tomorrow we snap into that. But I want y'all to know that this Pisces energy is very, very different than that. It's square, Sag and Pisces square. So how you going to balance that thing out? How you going to balance out knowing that you absolutely got to get on that horse? Remember, we're surveying the horse. We got to figure out how we're going to ride, but also be compassionate, to be understanding, forgiving to what goes on around you. Spirit just told me, this is how you do it. You pay attention to what's in earshot. You pay attention to what's important. And at the very least, you allow people to take care of themselves. How's that for a freaking notion? Because Pisces energy is very, very porous. It's very emotional. It's very caretaking in a way. It's unconditional. It's a well that goes deep. And when Venus is in Pisces, this well is so deep, it gives from a space that it doesn't know that it's giving from. It doesn't even know that it even had it. You dig? What Pisces and Venus is learning right now, as I was just told, is that you can give from that well. However, some never, there's a time where you got to keep on moving. You have to be very, very, what I'm hearing, I'm telling you, downloads, there's so much conversation happening. I'm doing my best to just take my time. There's a new way in which Pisces energy is coming in, Bad Bunny style. And it's saying it has to be the leader. It has to be the leader of compassion. It has to show that love will lead and melt the way. However, it doesn't have to turn around and make sure everybody got it. It doesn't have to turn around and make sure that all the babies are in the car and the Pisces energy is last. The Pisces energy with that Venus in Pisces, right? That Mercury in Pisces, right? Us surveying the bull, getting on the horse, slow ride, fire and ice is saying, I'm getting this rhythm for myself first. And I'm learning how to be the leader of love first. And if you see me in me leading the way that I'm leading and you are inspired, go right ahead. If not, it's okay. Lead yourself how you need to lead yourself in love, but I am on my way. That's how you meld that Sagittarius energy that's going to ride that archer, that's going to ride that bow and arrow with Pisces softness in tow, fire and ice. Come on now. Y'all don't hear me? Come on. Let's go. Tomorrow, I had to get that all the way out. And again, I hope that makes sense. Tomorrow, the moon in Sag will trine Venus. I'm sorry, Sonja, say what? The moon in Sag will trine Neptune and it will trine Neptune. So listen to your dreams tomorrow. Just listen to your dreams. Listen to spirit. Listen to your spiritual team. Because what's happening is with Neptune being in Aries, if y'all don't remember this, with Neptune being in Aries, we are being taught to be the soldier for spirit. We are being taught to move forward. Again, fire and ice. We are being taught to move forward in a way in which we got it. Let's go. We need to handle it. Let's move. I feel it in my soul. That's the right thing to do. You get what I'm saying? With the moon and Sag and trine today, we have to be clear. I have a suggestion. Those that like to smoke and drink, this is not the week to do so. This is not the week to do so as much as you have been. I'm not trying to be your mother, but I'm trying to suggest to you that we have to be clearer than clear this week, especially with Neptune involved on Tuesday, and Neptune is involved a few more times throughout this week because Neptune deals with drugs and alcoholism and more importantly, escapisms. So if that's food that helps you to escape, if that's over sex that helps you to escape, pull back a little bit. Because oftentimes what they're telling us is not necessarily what the human complies to. Does that make sense? What they're telling us that the human got an attitude for. What they're telling us, the human is just not ready for. What they're telling us, the human is afraid. I'm just saying. So when you hear that clarity, as you are observing the bull, as you are observing the reins, and you're about to get on this ride, when you hear what's clear, take that job. When you hear what's clear, I need to go here. When you hear what's clear, let me get my babies and put them into another school. When you hear that what's clear for you, I got to buy another car because something's rattling under there and I don't know what that thing is, but let me get rid of this now. When you hear what's clear and you get on the ride, there's no casualties, cuz. Y'all hearing me? You're hearing me? This puts you in alignment with power and transformation. Why? Because that moon in Sag is sextile in Pluto tomorrow too. That moon in Sag is sextile in Pluto. And dare I say it, there's other characteristics about Sagittarius energy alongside being selfish and being on that archer ride and doing the things that it needs to do without asking for permission and is asking for forgiveness. Sag is very optimistic, which I love about that energy. Why? Because again, Sag is going to do the thing that it wants to do regardless because it knows it's going to win. So there's a part of us that not only has to get clear because it knows it's going to win, you understand? But we have to get clear because when we get on that, optimism is not just going to bring us to the goal. We got to be clear to get to the goal. Example, you can't just go, oh, I'm going to get on this horse. I know how to ride this horse. Let me just get on this horse. I mean, you got to be clear before you get on that horse. Did grandma say you should get on that horse or did grandma say you need to buy another horse? I'm using bull and horse interchangeably, y'all. Right? Did grandma say that? I mean, I'm just saying. Is this the right horse? Don't just get on it with an optimistic tale. Don't just get on the situation. Just don't do a thing because you want to transform your life, Pluto style. Just don't do a thing because you want to push yourself into some new way of living without being trained, without asking the questions, without letting the ice burn. Are y'all feeling me? That moon in Sag tomorrow is going to square up Mercury. Sonja's so dope. That's why I said, ask the questions, because quick responses may break down the love. Quick responses doing the thing may break down that Pisces energy. Quick responses and truth, in quotes, your truth may not be the thing that encompasses the whole. You may think being that archer, doing what you need to do, being straightforward, being honest, being positive is the way that everybody needs to go. Well, possibly, maybe. But did you ask what Mercury is saying in Pisces? Did you ask about the people? Did you ask about heart? Did you ask about the understanding, the unconditional love of a thing? Did you ask Bad Bunny, motherfucker? Sonja is stupid. Did you ask Bad Bunny? Did you ask about the love that's piercing the consciousness right now? Did you ask? Mercury says ask the questions because it deals with communication. Tuesday, don't move too fast without understanding the love, the energy, the power, the psychic energy, and the ancestors that want to come through and alert you of some things. Because you don't know it all. You got all the optimism and the enthusiasm, but you don't know it all. You understand what I'm saying? We're still surveying the gosh darn bull and the horse, i.e. the horse. Make sense? Come on now, ask me questions. If y'all don't get this, ask me questions, please. And if you want to get your own personal reading, come on over to wordlifeastrology.com/readings. I do 90-minute sessions. The first third of it is me connecting with your ancestors and your guides. The second third is us going into your natal chart, astrological natal chart. And then the third is us doing a 5-card tarot spread. We're also going to SEQUOIA National Forest this retreat, our 8th retreat. I can't wait. We need a couple more people to come with us, please. So sign on up. And if you need a payment plan, hit your girl up. Money never comes between you and an opportunity to grow. We got to get paid, but we can find a way. Hit me up and don't let your ego run the show, okay? Don't let your ego run the show. I want to be able to pay it all. I get that. But talk to a sister. Human to human, spirit to spirit. Come on now. Let's work the shit out because I want you there. There's only a few spots available. All right. We're going to have such a good time. And it's a small little group. And I love small groups because I can touch everybody. I can do all the things. I'm doing readings up there too. Oh, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. Let me move on to Wednesday. Again, ask me questions, please. If you need to, I am available. And if y'all on TikTok and y'all want to see some other videos that we've done, go to Sonja Marie's Word Life Astrology page here on YouTube. I'd appreciate that thing. And I appreciate the 4 people that's in here that's hanging out. Share this information, please, and welcome. How y'all doing? You good? Okay, let's go. Wednesday, the moon still stays in Sag, okay? I want y'all to notice. So here's the fire part. Not only are we surveying the bull, but we're about to get up on this thing, right? The moon in Sag, all the things that I said, is sextiling Mars now. Oh, shit. If anybody knows anything about astrology, especially my family here on YouTube, Mars is the giddy up. Mars is action. Mars is movement. Mars is motivation. Mars is sex. That slow ride. Mars is getting you where you need to be. Mars is that physical energy, but it's in Aquarius. So when the moon in Sag hooks up with Mars in Aquarius, the feeling to move and keep things progressive and true meets the energy that's a little detached. Because why? It wants to promote the individuality in that person. So the bottom line is this: with or without you, cousins, I'm rolling. Y'all get that? Here comes Wednesday going, I gave you a chance. I went deep. I surveyed the bull. I asked the questions on Tuesday. I know I wasn't supposed to, move so fast, and I had to be a little compassionate because Pisces is all in the mix. But on Wednesday, we got to go. We got to move. Fire is coming in this week to take over again. I'm repeating myself so y'all can get the visual of the week to take over so we can get ready, get ready, get ready to get up on that horse, on that bull to ride. You did? The moon in Sag tomorrow quincunxes Jupiter in Cancer as it goes retrograde. Now, that is what's interesting. Check this out about that moon in Sag, getting ready, and moving, right? In its own selfish, which I like selfishness at times, right? Because why? It teaches you to go for self when it's necessary. So Sag is saying on Wednesday, as it quincunxes Jupiter, all right, I'm moving too fast. That moon, that emotional energy. Oh, wait, I'm moving too fast. Oh, I'm being too selfish. Oh, I'm telling them to come on because we got things to do. Jupiter's like, yeah, because you got to care, not just for other people, but for yourself. Make sure you got lotion on your legs before you get up on that horse. Make sure you got a bandana tucked in your shirt so you can wipe your sweat when it gets a little hot on the way down the road. Make sure you taking care of yourself with your boundaries. Make sure that when you giddy up and you get up on that horse and you ready to ride, that you know who's riding with you and that you don't feel no ways about it. And I mean that. Like no guilt. Because why? A friend couldn't handle it. Because why? This person couldn't handle it. Because why? I had to leave this job. Because why? These people are getting on my nerves. No, Jupiter in retro and Cancer says, take care of yourself. I know y'all saw that video of the little girl in the back seat of the car and her father is like, you want me to help you put your seatbelt on? No. Take care of yourself. Drive, she said. Drive the car. Take care of yourself. I got me. That's that feeling on Wednesday. Take care of yourself because we about to ride. Are y'all hearing me? I hope so. Gosh darn it. Thursday, here it comes. Another little weird ass wrench in the situation. Now, I want y'all to understand this too. For all the folks on TikTok, especially because you're not used to me. Know that if you are an intuitive soul, know that if you are sensitive, you can feel these energies coming a day or two before. You get what I mean? So I say that to say is that this information coming on Thursday when the moon goes into Capricorn and all of a sudden maybe somebody don't want to ride, all of a sudden somebody gets a little pessimistic because Sag is very optimistic and Capricorn is just the opposite, incredibly pessimistic, okay? All of a sudden you feel responsible and you're like, oh my God, I'm on this horse. And you freak the fuck out because you feel like you're not prepared, because you feel like you're getting too serious, because you feel like, did I ask the right questions? Because you feel like, is anybody going to help me take care of this horse? Where's the horse wrangler out this motherfucker? What's happening right now? Am I energized enough? Do I have everything in place? That's what's happening. That's what's happening because the moon is going to square that up. The moon is going to square up that Saturn. Are you disciplined? Do you have your disciplines in place? Before you get on that horse, do you have your meditations ready? Before you get on that horse, do you have your prayer team ready? Before you get on that horse, do you have somebody to keep you accountable? Before you get on that horse, are you journaling? Before you get on that horse, are you honest with yourself? Before you get on that horse, I'm just saying, are you ready to meet the challenges that are going to come? Because here's the thing, the challenges are not going to look the same. Please don't think that you know it all. Please don't think that the challenges are going to be the way they used to be. I'm just saying, are you ready to mount up? At the very least, have you done yourself a favor by changing your perspective on the world and really, really inhabiting the art of integration? knowing that Pisces, knowing that Capricorn energy is saying, I just want to make sure that we cover all our bases. Integration, because the day and the night is always happening at the same time. Always happening. Bullshit and fucking lollipops always happening at the same time. When you get on this horse, are you stable? Are you concentrated enough to understand that you may have to ride by some homeless people, that you may have to ride by some folks that you once wanted to rescue, that you may have to be serious about some things and put some hard boundaries, that you may have to say, look, I got to stop, drop, and pray right now because I know I've never done this before, but prayer helps me. I don't give a fuck if you bully me and you laugh at me right now, but I got to pray 5 times a day, like the Muslims say. I got to pray. Because that Saturn is turning out of Pisces, which I've been getting on y'all for a long time about the last year and a half. What has been your discipline around that? Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. That moon in Capricorn wants to square up Neptune in Aries. Allow the practical preparations to blow the delusions, y'all. This practical preparation is it's not, here's the deal. I'm not. Spirit's not asking you the questions about your disciplines to embarrass you in this moment in time. Get out your feelings. Get out your feelings. It's what it's doing is asking you to blow the lid off of your own delusions about a thing, about your life. The dude is no good. Your job is done. Blow the illusions off. Blow the escapisms off. Blow the thing off. I can't drink like I used to. I can't eat like I used to. Blow the lids off. That's Thursday. Y'all not hearing me. Come back on YouTube, please. Come back on YouTube. I know I'm like future telling it in some way, but at the same time, we are God's children and we've been feeling this bubbling up. I talk about the week, but I talk about what we've been feeling too, that we may or may not been ready to admit. And then the energies around us is like, she was right. The mic is on, motherfuckers. The mic is on. I'm just saying. So come back on YouTube and let me know. Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology page. It's hot in here, y'all. I want to give y'all all some sunshine. Whoever is on the East Coast or in the middle of this gosh darn country that we live in, the United States of America. I'm sending y'all some sunshine because it's nice and hot. Let's keep this thing going. What's so also dope about that Thursday too, I'm gonna skip a few things, but what's so dope about Thursday is that moon in Capricorn is sextiling Venus in Pisces. Okay. So once we get the discipline, the seriousness of Capricorn checking, making sure it has all its practicality in a row, Venus is like, yeah, I like that. Because when we check, when we get serious, when we stay within our disciplines, when we are stable, the money, the care, the compassion shows itself. Know that it's worth. What? Know the worth lies in your discipline and your emotional control to prove that you are the one. To prove that you are the one. You are the one that deserves everything that's coming to you. Ooh, Spirit. You are the one that is worthy of getting on that horse. You are the one that's ready to ride. You know why? Because you have been doing the work. I'm not in your face to tell you that you're not. I'm in your face to remind you of the little things that you've been doing to prepare. You may not think it, but I'm here to let you know you have been doing it little by little. Even the fact that you don't go to Trader Joe's and get them goddamn chocolate covered almonds no more. That's my story. I confess. I stopped getting the chocolate covered almonds for now. But I'm saying, what's that thing, that bane in your side that you've been disciplined on? You have been doing the small steps, if not the gigantic ones. So I'm here to let you know that those disciplines brings the reward of the money, brings the reward of the compassionate love, brings the reward of the affection that you need from your partners, brings the rewards on Fridays. Come on now, because you are the one. You are deserving of it. You've been doing the work. Accept it, receive. I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking to the ones that have a hard time receiving. I want you to know that we all on some level have why? I need to finish my sentences, first of all. So just slow down. We all on some level have a hard time receiving. Squirrel, it's like the downloads keep coming, y'all, and they cut me off. The downloads cuts off my own sentences, so forgive me, okay? We are worthy of it, right? We are worthy of it. I forgot what I was going to say. See, they got me on a whole nother thing. We are the ones, they'll bring it back. Don't worry about it. I didn't cut myself off. I didn't cut myself off in my own. They done slowed down all the downloads and like pulled them all back. That's some funny ass shit. That's funny. That is funny. It's like they just stopped and hovered in the middle of the air. We are the ones. We are deserving of it because you've been doing the work. Receiving, thank you. Receiving. We all have been conditioned in this weird ass world that we live in to be the givers because the givers are the ones who get to go to heaven. Are y'all hearing me? I just fucking shortened it. One whole sermon in one sentence. The givers go to heaven, damn it. They all been telling us that. The pastor's been telling us that. Your grandmama's been telling you that. Everybody, your Uncle Jack been telling you that. Like everybody, the givers go to heaven. The receivers, not so much because you're busy taking. I'm just saying. These are for you and me because we the givers. The takers are not on this goddamn thing. They not. They over with the takers. You get what I'm saying? So the bottom line is that they want us to learn. In order for our goodness to replenish the planet, in order for our goodness to replenish the souls of the babies, we have to be able to receive what it is that they are giving us based off of the work and the giving that we've already done. Does this make sense? Friday. That moon stays in Capricorn. And here we go, yo. Saturn goes into Aries. Saturn's in Aries is serious about yourself, point blank. So here we go. We're about to get on that horse, and you're going to have some confidence. You're going to have some type of warrior or warriors or some type of soldier in you getting on that horse, about to ride. That's what Saturn in Aries says. It goes into Aries until 2028. I want to say May of 2028. Somebody can correct me on that, but I believe that my memory serves me properly. There we go. That moon in Capricorn sextiles Mercury in Pisces. Love that. The emotional control, the practicality that our emotions are having in that moment for the next 2 days is sitting with Mercury, saying, now that I have control over what it is that I feel, now that I know that I have to be practical in this thing, I know exactly what to say in a compassionate way to get people to do what they need to do, to get myself to do what I need to do, to get on the horse and talk to myself and say, okay, we're about to ride. I'm tapping into the warrior into me in me because Saturn just went into Aries. But I have to speak nice of myself. I have to speak kindly to the horse wrangler. I got to speak kindly to my ancestors and God. I can't curse people out. I can't like bully people into thinking that this is my job and this is what I'm supposed to do. It's not going to work like that. You hear what I'm saying? That's why the consciousness has switched over to say the only way you're going to get some niceties is if you are nice. Being an asshole is dead. Being a bully is dead. Being in competition with your sister, with your brother is dead. It's about being nice, speaking nice, being open, showing up yourself, your heart. You understand? Being accountable for the things that you do so you can have those types of conversations. Yeah, I used to do that too. Well, what did you learn from that? Well, I learned from this. Yeah, I did too. Now, ooh, you did that in judgment. Ooh, you did that? I never did that. Well, that's not me. I don't do that. Hey. We're trying to get somewhere in this life. Not put boots on people's necks over and over and over again. The moon, sextile in Mercury and Pisces, is a slow reminder of that. We're speaking life into people and into ourselves. We're speaking compassion into people and compassion into ourselves. We're not pushing ourselves down. Because why? Anyway, that moon in Capricorn is opposition Jupiter going reverse. Allow that control, that emotional control. Around that check of your judgment, be a determining factor for standing up for your heart unequivocally. Is that the right way you pronounce that? Standing up for yourself. Standing up for you. Not just boundaries. Standing up for you. No more self-betrayal. No more, I'll do this time, but I'm not doing it next time. No more, this is my last dollar. And then reminding people, I gave you my last dollar. I gave you my last dollar. Inviting people to come somewhere. Oh, I changed around my schedule for you. Hey, don't victimize me because you wanted to do something, but then you want us to feel sorry for you doing the thing that we asked you to do. Say no if you can't do it. Hey. Stand up for your own heart. If it's something you can't do, it's something you can't do. If it's somebody you can't be, it's somebody you can't be. This is Friday. Why? Because you got the reins about to be in your hand to ride that horse. And you got to know what your heart can take. Everybody got different blood pressure. Everybody got different heart capacities. If you can't ride a Mustang, you better get on a little bit of a freaking little itty bitty miniature horse. That's all I'm saying. A horse is a horse. If your heart can't take a stallion, get on a goddamn dog. I don't care, but we gonna ride. Take care of yourself and your own heart's capacity. You're very welcome, Jua. Y'all get this? Come on, Saturday, the moon stays in Capricorn. That moon in Capricorn ain't playing with y'all. Ain't playing with me either. And you know the way I love it, because check it out. That moon in Capricorn on Saturday is trining up Uranus. Damn it, boom, blow up the place. Why? Because Uranus is like, quietly, motherfuckers, I've been trying to change y'all this whole time. Quietly, I'm trying to show you how dope you are in your weirdness, in your individuality, and you getting on the horse how you need to get on the horse, because can't nobody get on the horse the way you get on the horse. I'm trying to show you that it's time to switch. It's about change. I'm trying to show you to be somebody other than who you think you were. I'm trying to show you. So that moon in Capricorn for the last 2-3 days have been like, we need to rock this way. We need to go with what it is we know how to do, to work hard at a thing, to be determined at a thing, to be practical at a thing, to ask the questions, to be in control of our own emotions, to be nice about a thing, to be astute, to be the leader of our own self. Come on now, that practical control, Capricorn energy held you for the last 2 days. I put that here. It's necessary to rock with the change and to be different in who you are. Boom. I'm just reading my notes. Just make sure I was on par with what I was thinking last night when I put these down for y'all. Sunday, we almost done. And then we're going to pick a card, hang around for a card for the week by Oshu Zen, my favorite deck. Sunday, the moon goes into Aquarius. Well, here we go. Here's a whole back to one. Fire and ice this week, y'all. Y'all see the burning and the melting? Come on, give it girl some props real quick. Do y'all see the reason for the title of this particular week, Fire and Ice? Because by Sunday, here comes Aquarius with the wind going, oh, okay. I got y'all. I got you. I see what y'all did. I see how y'all set that up. Aquarius moon, let me come in here with my knowing. Let me come in here with my mind. Let me come in here understanding and deciphering and stepping 50 feet back and understand that I have to be detached. Let me come in here without the tears because there's no more fire and ice. I'm just going to be decisive about what it is I need to do. And specifically what I need to do with what? That Saturn energy that says, oh, you the warrior now? Yeah, okay, let me show you how to use this warrior. With that Neptune energy, oh, you done got rid of them escapisms? Oh, you tapping into your spirit team? Oh, you inspired now? Let me show you what to do with that, is what that moon in Aquarius says on Sunday. And then lastly, that moon in Aquarius says to Pluto, oh, wait, what? We in conjunction? We stepping into our power, yo. We stepping into our power. Y'all didn't get that, did y'all? The moon is sextile in Saturn. The moon is sextile in Neptune. The moon is conjunct in Pluto on Sunday. It's about knowing when that moon in Aquarius comes in on Sunday. Oh, fire and ice. They done set it up. They on the horse now. They went through all the emotional up and down changes, figuring out what kind of warrior, what kind of warrioress they're going to be. Oh, they got that thing? I'm reiterating for a reason in case you missed it. The moon in Aquarius on Sunday goes, okay, I know what to do. I'm going to be arrogant about this thing. I'm going to decide what I need to do about this thing. I'm going to step my foot forward in this thing because why? I'm equal in power, Pluto. I'm equal in transformation. I'm going to be persuasive in my own life. If not anybody wants to hear me, I hear myself in the changes that I need to make. And if I look different, if I look weird, if I come off like a bitch to you, if I come off as somebody who's cold and callous, that's because you can't handle me on this next level. You can't handle me on this next wave. I'm speaking for us. You can't handle me in this next timeline. You can't handle me on this horse. You can't ride alongside me, because if you are threatened by my power, you need to kick rocks, and that's with love. Bad Bunny love. Y'all don't hear me? Ask me questions. If y'all don't hear me, ask me questions. I need to know. Are y'all in the place? Does this make sense to you? Over here on TikTok, y'all mighty quiet. Y'all just tapping on in. If y'all new to me, we talk about these astrological weekly transits every Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific time. Please tap on in on Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology page, or come back on TikTok. Follow me, do the things that they do over there. I appreciate that. Let me move this mic real quick so we can spread this card. I hope this makes sense to you. I really, really do. I really, 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 really do. Again, ask me questions if it doesn't. I have a question for you, though. What you planning? That's a real question. Give me one thing that you planning to do different while you're getting up on this horse, so I can see if you understood, if you there where I am. I have to make this interactive because this goddamn fourth wall, this weird ass screen is weird. I love people. That's why I do retreats. Come to SEQUOIA, please. Auto camp. Check out my website, Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology. Nope, that's not it. Wordlifeastrology.com/retreats. Wordlifeastrology.com/retreats. Come with us. That's why I like to touch people. I give good hugs. I cannot not. What you getting on the horse about? Talk to me before I spread card. Let's pump each other up with it. Let's be each other's accountability partner. Let's put the shit out in the ethers and in the air. What you gonna do different? Just one thing, big or small, it don't matter. Weightlifting, building horsepower. Come on, wisdom of the field. That's what I'm talking about. Weightlifting. I'm planning on finding my passion and practicing it. Yes, Cherie, let's go. Come on, Roxy, what you say, yo? Come on, dreams of Marissa. I dream of Marissa. That's cute. Consistently praying. Come on, Marissa. That's what I'm talking about. What y'all doing over here on TikTok? Y'all want to talk to us? Let's do it. Come on, Gabrielle. I just ended that relationship. Girl, I put the girl added to that. So I'm ready to shine my light and start sharing my wisdom. Let's do it, mamas. Let's rock with it. What you doing? What horse you riding? What you getting on? With all the love in the world, you got to kick rocks. Come on, Roxy. Come on. What you doing? What you doing? Talk to yourself. Tell yourself if you can, because you got your hands on the steering wheel, or if you at work and you don't want to look like you know, watching me, listening to us. That's all right. But write it down later. Make it a journal entry. Well, what am I going to do differently to get on this horse? Do the work for yourself. Commitment and working out. Miss Carolyn, what's up, my sweet sister? Working out, moving that body. Yes. Moving the body is essential. I need to jump on that with you. I can't fantasize about my celebrity crush anymore on Thursday and beyond. Huh, Angela? What you talking about, girl? Is that what you're doing? Is that you getting on your horse? Talk to yourself, talk among yourselves, talk to the family, talk to the community. That's why we are here. Again, that's why I do retreats. That's why I have this word life astrology situation happening. I love people. I love coming together. I really, 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 really do helping us get better, whatever it is. If there's nothing I do on this planet, I want to love you. And that's my word. Life, that is. All right, let me say a little quick prayer. Thank you, Spirit. Appreciate you so, so very much. Thank y'all for y'all being here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I love God. I love God. Uh-uh. Okay. It looked like 5 of them wanted to come out. I'm like, we're not doing that. I gotta eat. We're not reading 5 cards, God, are we? You're very welcome, Miss Brenda. How you feeling over there? You good? How you feel out there? Boom, 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 ba, 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 ba. Let's read this card. The boom, 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 ba. I'm gonna ride that horse and let that fire get into me. Camille, let it get into you. Camille, let it get into you. Let it get into you. Oh, now look at here. A reminder, I felt, a reminder with this card, okay? Don't get exhausted. Don't do too much. That's what I felt. It's a reminder not to do too much. Let me show TikTok real quick. See that crazy card? Exhaustion. Remind yourself of this. Again, because we're watching the horse, because we're getting ready, and some people may dip into that fire more than the ice, per the title of this video, right? I love you too, mama. You can only do but so much is the point. You're human. So don't exhaust yourself, because trust and believe, we got a little ride. Meditating every day, Jua, that's right. We got a little bit of ride, you dig? We got time. But don't exhaust yourself in the meantime, is what they say, all right? This is for somebody. This is a portrait of one whose whole life energy has been depleted in his efforts to keep fueling the enormous and ridiculous machine of self-importance and productivity. He has been so busy keeping it all together and making sure everything runs smoothly that he has forgotten to really rest. No doubt he can't allow himself to be playful. To abandon his duty for a trip to the beach could mean the whole structure might come tumbling down. The message of this card is not just about being a workaholic, though. It is about all the ways in which we set up safe but unnatural routines for ourselves. And by doing so, we keep the chaotic and spontaneous away from our doors. Life isn't a business to be managed, y'all. It's a mystery to be lived. It's time to tear up the time card, break out of the factory, and take a little trip into the uncharted. Your work can flow more smoothly from a relaxed state of mind. Ashe, amen, aho, weeklyastrology. Come on now. I don't want to beat this up, but do y'all see why this card was drawn? Do you have any recollection why this may have come up? Talk to us. And if you don't, that's cool. But I am going to tell you what I think a little bit more. There's a hairy sense to keeping things together. There's a hairy sense, especially when that moon is in Sag, because Sag is the fastest sign of the zodiac, like physically, the fastest sign of the zodiac. So there may be some reason, there may be some feeling for a few of us, not all of us, to want to get all the things done before we get on the horse, before we snap into this wave of energy that's coming for us on February 17th, right? Before this new moon eclipse in Aquarius is coming for us too. There's an eclipse next week. So there's this vibration of let's get it done. But that hurried hustle feeling doesn't make us more productive or better than the next or better than our previous self. It makes us exhausted, right? And we're not able to take in the things around us that are important to us. Those flowers that we talked about at the top of this video, the glass of water that we so lovingly allow to replenish our soul and our body and our mind and spirit with, right? We hurry to get to the things because the world says so. You living for the world or you living for yourself? That's a real motherfucking question. And I pray that you ask yourself that over and over and over again, because I'm going to tell you like this. In the line of being exhausted, this life, this thing is over very quickly, y'all. Before you know it, you 85 if you're lucky, rocking in a fucking rocking chair on the goddamn porch. Before you know it, it's done. So you're going to live for you? You're going to ride that horse for you? Or you're going to ride it for somebody else? You're going to ride it for your understanding and your intentions, or ride for a world's projections and conditioning? How you riding it? That's the real question, okay? I hope you take that with you. And take that too, motherfuckers. Much love. And I'll see y'all next week. All right? Be good to yourself. And ride on. Fire and ice out this bitch. Peace, y'all. Adios.